Going on, guys? How y'all doing? Ash Black here, back again. It's been a minute since I've uploaded, man. Sorry, I've been kind of busy with life, but let's just get that out the way. And thank you guys for here. Please like and subscribe. And I'm here to talk about Chelsea trying to get Daniel Welbeck. And honestly, this is very interesting, right? Because I have been very, very impressed so far with what Chelsea have done in the transfer window, right? We got Morgan Rogers for a record fee, right, in the Premier League, 170 million pounds. We got Marco Palestra, right? We got Queenie Quenda, we have gotten Valentin Barco, I believe. I believe that's still gonna happen, right? Like we have done some good summer transfers so far, in my opinion, right? And I still feel like there's still a lot more that we need to do. We need to get right. If we can get Diogo Costa, who the Portuguese goalkeeper, I'm down for that. If we can get another center back, even though we got Maxence Lacroix, I'm hoping we can get another center back. I'm hoping we can get another left winger, and obviously we can get another striker. Now, let's be honest, we have a striker problem. We have a striker issue going on. Last season, our strikers were straight up void, man. Joao Pedro was the only one that was the standout striker last season for Chelsea, bro. Maguire barely played on the three coaches. Maguire barely played, right? Liam Delap only had one goal or two goals. He was a no-show. He was just straight up useless. He had nothing to offer, right? Nicholas Jackson was on loan to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich was like, "Oh hell nah, bro, we're gonna ship him back to Chelsea." And that's exactly what's been going on when you look at the Chelsea striker issue right now. Now, I am hearing reports, according to Ben Jacobs, right? This is gonna be very, very interesting, man. You know, um, Chelsea. Let me actually make sure I got this going on. You can see right here Chelsea are in talks for Brighton striker Daniel Welbeck, as he called. Build has a strong fit and character. Brighton are aware of Chelsea's interest and that Welbeck is keen on the move into the last year of his current contract. Chelsea also working on striker exits as well. So this is going to be this is very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. As I just woke up today and seeing this news, and I was just like, what? Nani? Is this for real? Like, I thought that we could go into this summer transfer and not try to get a player from Brighton, bro. Don't get me wrong, guys. Any players that we have gotten from Brighton has turned out to be a very, very solid man. We had Marco Corella, we had Sanchez, right? Obviously, we had some players loans as well that didn't turn out to be good for us, right? But Daniel Welbeck, honestly, I mean, it's not bad. I know that people want a top quality striker. People want a world class striker, right? Either to start ahead of João Pedro or come off the bench, but not necessarily, man. If Xabi Alonso want this guy who's in his 30s, because we know that this is what Xabi Alonso wants. We know that this is not what Bluco wants. Danny Welbeck is 35 years old, man. To Bluco, this nigga is old. So this is definitely a calling of Xabi Alonso. And I've always said this, guys. We have to trust in Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso has done a very, very solid job so far. We have to believe in him and we have to trust that he knows what he's doing. And I think he does. Xabi Alonso won that Granit Xhaka, who's in who's 35 years old, a midfielder, 35 years old. He won a Granny Shaka. He could not get him. And now he wants Daniel Welbeck, a striker who's 35 years old. And I hope that this is gonna happen because now we have an experienced Premier League proven striker coming off the bench to help João Pedro. Last season, Daniel Welbeck had 13 goals in 37 games. He started in 26 of them. I think that is very, very impressive. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I think it's very, very impressive, man. He had one assist, he had 14 GNA, but he's a striker, he's an in the box striker. right? His experience, he has the mentality. His mentality is top notch. His Premier League proven, right? And think about it. Finally, he can stop scoring goals against Chelsea. He can stop scoring goals against Chelsea, bro. Honestly, that will make my fucking day. As a Chelsea fan, we all know how much this guy will come in, come out of nowhere, and start scoring goals, man. It is against Chelsea. It gets on my nerves. It is exhausting, and I hope this works. Because now we have an experienced 35-year-old coming on the bench that could be a mentor to Emmanuel Emega, maybe Nicholas Jackson, and he could still cheat some João Pedro, some little thing here or there. João Pedro is like 23 years old. João Pedro is still young. I think he's more talented than Danny Welbeck, right? But this is still good. And this tells me that we have, I guess we have decided to have João Pedro be our starting number nine, to be the solid starting number nine for Chelsea. João Pedro was the best player for Chelsea last season. I won't lie to y'all, man. He was phenomenal for us, man. He was amazing, bro. I think he hit almost 20 goals if I remember correctly, right? He was Gal Pedro was amazing, man. He hit 15 goals, but for Chelsea, 15 goals in 35 matches, and you got Daniel Welbeck who has 13 goals in 37 matches. I think this is amazing. Now, I think that I did not realize that even though I said that we need another left winger, we need another maybe another center back, potentially a goalie, right? I'm still fine with Sanchez, but if we get another goalie, it is what it is. But I did not realize how bad our striker issue is, bro. The lack of quality strikers we have in Chelsea is very, very alarming. And I think that needs to be sorted out real quick. Because it doesn't matter all the defending, it doesn't matter all that passing, how good our midfield is. If we don't have strikers that could finish goals up, that could finish things up, that could finish up our beat up play, then that is going to be a problem. And I think and I believe that Daniel Welbeck can solve an issue to that. At least on not until we're able to attract more quality strikers. Like Chelsea's not playing Champions League football next season. Who's gonna want to come to play? What potential world class striker want to come play for us? Huh? Osimhen, come on, man. Galatasaray is guaranteed to make Champions League every season, bro. And he's making what like almost 400K. I don't think he's gonna want to come. At least not now, since Chelsea is not is not in Champions League football. So I think the best thing so far right now is we get a player, right, who is can fit in with Chelsea, has the experience, he has the mentorship, right? He's Premier League proven, and that guy is Daniel Welbeck. I am absolutely okay with us getting Daniel Welbeck. I know that a lot of Chelsea fans will be so disappointed that we're not going for other top quality striker. The transfer window is not over yet. We probably still can. There's no doubt in my mind that Mike Giu, Liam Delap, right? Nicholas Jackson, they might actually be leaving. And I think that is what is being reported right now, though, guys. That is what is being reported right now, right? You can see right here, he says, Ben Jacobs says, understand Chelsea are currently not looking to sell Emmanuel Emegha. It is likely that two strikers will depart this summer with Liam Delap, Nicholas Jackson, and Matt Guiu under consideration for exits. So there you go, man. There you go. Chelsea prepared to entertain a combination of sales slash loans. Del Pedro untouchable even for a world record bid. Barcelona inquired and were informed of this. Igmeha not a player. Chelsea expect to leave permanently. The lab has EPL interest, while Villa have held Jackson talk. So this shows that there's a lot of change going on at Chelsea. There's a lot of change going on at the striker position. Joao Pedro is guaranteed right there. Emmanuel Emeja is also guaranteed to stay for us, right? He's also guaranteed to stay with us. He is how old is he, man? He's like what, 21, 22? He's a very, very young kid. And I think this guy, Emeja, will be so it would be so nice to have him, bro. I would not lie to you guys. It would be so nice to have Emmanuel Meha be with us, man. He's 6'5". He has an explosive pace. He's sharp off the ball in the penalty box, right? He's physically strong, right? So that means he can give us that area presence that we need, right? I mean, he's intelligent. His movement is so intelligent, right? He's very direct. So if you want to play direct football, this is perfect for Emeja. Like other big clubs, other big clubs alongside Chelsea, especially in the Big Six, has over 6'3" strikers right now. And this Emmanuel Meja, he is our player. He is our striker at this moment, right? Manchester United has Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal has Victor Gyökeres. Liverpool has Isak, Alexander Isak, right? Tottenham don't really have a guy that's over 6'3" striker, I believe. If a sportsman can correct me on that. Who else? We also got Manchester City has Erling Haaland. That guy is just in a whole different stratosphere anyway. He's a whole different stratosphere right there, man. That is that is a guy that is always on Super Saiyan all the time. Never becomes normal Haaland, bro. So when I'm thinking about the our strikers situation, we have João Pedro, we have Emmanuel Megha, and I think we should get Daniel Welbeck. Daniel Welbeck can be a mentor more on Emmanuel and Megha rather than João Pedro. 'Cause I think João Pedro already like this guy has played in the Premier League for quite a while, but not Emmanuel Megha. And I'm honestly like, excited about this kid, man. I know this guy is gonna be so amazing, bro. Really, really excited about him, man. I mean, this guy is strong, fast, quick. His movement is he makes intelligent movements. You know, everything you want from a 6'5" striker, he has it, bro. So this is gonna be amazing to see. Now, I'm hoping what you guys think about Danny Welbeck coming to Chelsea. I think it's a good deal. I think it's nice. Personally, I would want this to happen. Right? We get an over 30-year-old striker who got the experience. Remember, guys, this is not Zabi, this is not Blue Coat that won Danny Welbeck. Blue Coats will not come within a 10 feet distance of within 10 feet distance of Daniel Welbeck. This is Zabi Alonso being a manager, putting his dick and balls on the table in front of Blue Coat and letting them know, get me Daniel Welbeck. I need that 35 experienced striker, bro. That's exactly and I'm so happy that we finally have a manager, bro. Xabi Alonso has been fantastic so far, right? There's still moments here and there where like he has not come out to tell us what he want to play, what style of football he want to play, and that is I'm really hurt by that, but we will wait and see, man. We will wait and see, right? So guys, that's what I have to say about Daniel Welbeck and our striker situation. You guys let me know what you guys think about Daniel Welbeck coming to Chelsea. Are you guys um happy about that? You guys disappointed by that, or are you guys okay with it? You think we should go for out of Premier League striker that's outside of the Premier League, maybe? You guys tell me what you guys think, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I will be back again.